New Minnesota Fighting Vikings defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson brings size, toughness, and leadership to the team, and that defensive interior line, which needed some help. Yeah, and apparently he was the team's number one option in free agency. Now, obviously, this could be a little bit of revisionist history, but Tomlinson, phenomenal player, position of need, it does seem logical. And even though, yes, O-line, 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 O-line. And yeah, maybe they were in on Zeitler. They were definitely in on Jumpin' Joe Thuney, although that was cost prohibitive. The Vikings' defensive interior was the worst position group on a butt-ass atrocious defense last season. They were 27th in rushing yards allowed, 23rd in yards per carry. They were 5th worst in the league with only 23 sacks. All the Vikings defensive tackles last year combined had 3 Treso sacks. Like Aaron Donald gets that by sneezing on a good morning. 3 sacks. So the Vikings need to shore that up immediately, and Dalvin Tomlinson is Mr. Fix-It. Rick Spielman talking about why Tomlinson was the number one free agency target. Quote, just watching him on tape and knowing him because I scouted him down at Alabama, he plays with great leverage, has great strength at the point, excellent with his hands, does a great job getting off blocks and firing at the ball, making plays all over the field and in the run game. I think the thing that he doesn't get enough credit for is when you sit down there and actually break down the tape, how he still affects the quarterback, even though he may not have the gaudy sack numbers, but how he collapses the centers, how he collapses the guards, it gets the quarterback off his spot in the pocket, which can create a lot of pressure different ways. And he's absolutely right about the sack numbers, even though Tomlinson has 3.5 sacks in back-to-back seasons, and even though he's primarily playing nose tackle with the Giants, I mean, that's big. Those are pretty good numbers. Plus, we watched a lot of Tomlinson tape over the last week, and there was a lot of time where he got quick interior pressure, and then someone else racked up that sack where the quarterback couldn't step up in the pocket or had to be flush, and all of a sudden, oh, Mascuzi, very easy sack. Notably, Leonard Williams, by the way. So Leonard Williams' career high for sacks before last season was 7, and then all of a sudden, shot up to 11.5. A big part of that was Dalvin Tomlinson. So guys on the edge like Daniil, like Wanham, like Weatherly, like rookies TBD will benefit from quarterbacks being unable to shift up and step into the pocket because Dalvin Tomlinson's like, I'm collapsing you, baby, or kicking them outside, making for easy pickings. And there should be a stat for sack assists, because I think Dalvin Tomlinson will have a ton of them. Dalvin also talked during his introduction presser, quote, all I can assume is I'm going to play a little bit of 3-tech and shade as they go hand in hand together. I feel pretty stout at the run game, and I can bring a good element of the run game to the Minnesota Vikings, as well as a pass rush to get after the quarterback and collapse the pocket. Like Mr. Spielman said, I want to get the quarterback as well and play the run also, end quote. I think you will see Tomlinson on the field on 3rd down more than you would expect. You'll likely 3rd and medium, 3rd and short for sure. Let's say 3rd and 6 and shorter, potentially moving to that nose tackle spot on some passing downs, where if it's 3rd and long, you're probably going to bring in the NASCAR package, like say 3rd and 9. You got Weatherly, James Lynch, rookie TBD kicking inside. Woo. Got like Jalen Twyman. Come on. Plus, could you imagine Tomlinson setting the pick on T&E stunts? I mean, that would be a ton of fun. Then, of course, there is the run defense, where his strong suit. Last year, the Vikings' 3 defensive tackles, Shamar Stephen, Jaleel Johnson, Armand for Watts, had PFF run defense grades under 60. Jaleel Johnson, notably 7th worst in the National Football League amongst defensive tackles at 33.3, which is not good. It's not great. Shamar Stephen was cut. Jaleel Johnson not re-signed. No plans on bringing him back. Dalvin, on the other hand, has a career 77.6 PFF grade versus the run, as well as 105 career stops, as well as 20 run stuff. So not too bad. A little bit of an upgrade. Plus, his contract is exceedingly reasonable, with 2 years, $21 million, with that cap spread out with voidable years. Only has a $6 million cap hit in 2021. Plus the intangibles. He was captain of the Giants as a defensive tackle, which is rare. It takes a special type of player, special type of leader to be a team captain as a defensive tackle, a la Linval Joseph, who also came over from the Giants. Woo! And DT will lead this line from inside out. He'll be a great mentor. I'll work with Michael Pierce, even though they're more peers, as well as working with the young guys as well. Armand for Watts, I think, will learn a ton from Dalvin Tomlinson. Same thing with James Lynch as he continues his transition inside, and especially teaching about hand use. Dude never lost a hand fight up front from what we saw. He's got absolute vice grips, control the hands, control the man, control the breastplate, control the offensive lineman. So even if it is a little bit of window dressing, he's our number one guy. You're our number one guy. I'm glad that the Vikings ran out Tomlinson. I'm glad they got him. Checks a major box, and it frees the Vikings up in the draft to hammer offensive line or go BPA. Devontae Smith? Versus worrying about getting defensive interior right away. Be your thoughts. Dalvin Tomlinson, Vikings #1 free agent target. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.